Bowkon actually started as a construction company, and you guys are still trading and actually doing fairly well. But I mean, give us a rundown of what's happening, and you know, what's the future plans for Bowkon construction, but also the safaris. We're actually more interested in the safaris.
The safaris, 100%. Yeah, I think. Thanks for the opportunity, Elmar, and it's been we've been friends such a long time. It's refreshing to reflect back, and we used to make a lot of trouble and make a lot of videos and a lot of recordings and stuff.
Yeah, that's
that hopefully will never surface or never.
Funny, and sorry I'm interrupting you, but that is actually a very good point to bring up because I still have recordings of us.
Really?
Yes.
Jeez. Okay, we might share it at some point. You know,
yeah,
you've got another foreign language. So it's okay.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, hopefully we don't screw this up. But I mean, the more I think we do it, it's gonna get interesting. Yeah, big because we've done this before.
We've been,
and it's always been fun.
Always been fun. So I think that's the thing. We've always been comfortable around each other and always had just good fun. Innocent fun, we might call it that. So we've been naughty and we're still naughty, but so to give you a bit of background, Bowkon, I think we actually shared a classroom in high school.
Yes, we did.
It was called Bowkon Safaris, so which is an Afrikaans name, and so it always resonated with me with building and with the construction industry. And just in a nutshell, quickly, I started fairly early on getting involved in construction. I was always good with my hands. I could always build and manufacture stuff and create stuff. So I always knew that was the line of business I'm going to be in. The hunting was always a passion, and the fishing was a passion, but how do you make a living out of it? So when it came to that point where, listen, I'm going to now start up my own company, Bowkon sounds like bow hunting, and it just resonated. It just sounded cool. And I thought if I put a little spin on it and do Bowkon in a B-O-W instead of the B-O-U like we used to.
Yes.
It'll just give it a little bit of a spin off.
Okay. I always wondered if there was...
Yeah, if there was something behind it.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is by accident, that I thought always that construction was the thing that we had to survive. And, I've been hunting for how many years, and I've done it professionally for a long time.
Really, but early teens, yes, probably primary school.
Exactly.
I think I've been privy to sharing a few experiences. But I think the first time that I went out with you guys, yes, I think we were still in primary school.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's exactly it. Yeah,
I remember there was the Blessed Bucks.
I remember. And
on the mountain and trying to chase them, and it was
that's many months ago.
That was a long time.
Many months ago.
Yeah. But we had fun with the .22 at the after the hunt was complete. I think your dad shot the bear.
Shot the Blessed Buck. Yeah. So that's where obviously my dad, my uncle introduced me to hunting, and then they were like the typical average hunter that goes once, twice a year on a big hunt with mates and friends and family, and that was it for them. The moment they introduced me, I was all sold. I was just I wanted to know everything about trees and tracks, and I still don't know off the trees anyway, but it was just the passion to get in the bush. And so to come back to the construction thing was always a way to provide. It was something that I'm good at and something that I know. And the hunting, I've done it for many years professionally. It was just never a payable option. Back then, when I did it, it was always working for other farmers, other outfitters, and just as a professional hunter. Mm-hmm. And then obviously you're not home a lot. So if you want to build a family and you don't have kids, so there was just not the right time, I suppose. Different opportunities, maybe different. Maybe grew up in a massive family farm and I had one farm. Different story, So the construction was the thing, but I always in the back of my head had, at some point, we'll build the safari company. And that's why Bowkon Safari exists. And we still trade today, and we do a lot of construction and shop fitting at Bowkon. And the safari is now not recently, we've actually, for quite a long time, we've been hunting, aggressively. But
if you can maybe just enlighten me, because I've always been keen to find out. I mean, when did you do your first outfit with overseas hunters? I mean, was it in 𝗥𝗶𝗳𝗹𝗲𝗀𝗋's time? Sorry, Boer. I mean, but that's also like,
that was one of the
just after school, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it was
2000, 2001, something there.
It was 2001, 100% right. Yeah, good memory. Yeah, so
so I guess that one right.
So we matriculated in 99, and I think 2000 I had a bit of a, call it not a gap year. I actually went to university, and within 6 months I said, no, this is not for you. This
also I did exactly the same.
We did. Yeah, it's just always you go back to your roots. I was just never the suit and tie type of guy. Yeah, did really well at uni, and just thought, no, I want to go hunt, and that's how I met 𝗥𝗶𝗳𝗹𝗲𝗀 in Africa Safaris, which was a very, very successful outfit back then, and I learned a hell of a lot. Learned a hell of a lot from them, and so yeah, probably one of the. I always look at 𝗥𝗶𝗳𝗹𝗲 in Africa Safaris as the army. It's one of those great experiences you never want to do again. So it's being
I mean, I can recall a few times you said, I mean, it is hard work. You have to be up first. You have to have the coffee ready for the guys.
Yeah.
It's a full day out in the sun. You have to check and make sure the guys, you have to get the shot. You have to take that guy to his hunt.
Yeah. You remember that guy? That guy's got that 7 days, He saved, most of them saved their whole life just to come to an Africa safari or on an Africa safari. It's such a big dream for them. Which I can imagine. I mean, we take it for granted.
Sure.
Sometimes we do this on a weekly basis, and we really take it for granted. And even if we do it on a weekly basis, you can't wait to get back in the bush again.
Yeah.
So I can just imagine how it feels like for those guys. So you have your 7-10 days, and you really have to make it worth their while. You have to make sure that whatever's on their list, they get hunt and they get to shoot, and you put them on proper animals. So it's really stressful. I mean, yes, it's also a paid holiday. We used to look at it as a paid holiday. They pay for your holiday.
Yeah, for the first week maybe.
Yeah, but then exactly.
Then it's just another
100%. It's another job.
100%. With beautiful backgrounds and a fantastic soundtrack.
Best job in the world, but it is hard work.
It is still a job, though.
Yes.
I mean, it's a full day. You have to entertain them. Luckily, you picked up, I wouldn't say picked up, you actually taught yourself how to play guitar. I mean, that to me, when we were in high school, I think you said, I mean, that's how the guys get the girls. They play the guitar.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I remember coming to your house one afternoon after school, and here you are with the guitar, and you've got the tuner, and this is how you press a notebook, and how to, all the keys or whatever. Chords. Yeah, I'm definitely not a musician, and I just thought that is flipping incredible. I tried it and definitely didn't work out. But I can give you props for that, because I think with most of the things you've done in your life, you've always pushed, for that perfection. And you're pretty proficient, the guitarist. I mean, you've got a few interesting guitars hanging on your wall. So
so I'm at that a bit of a collection problem at home. So as you know, I like to collect guitars, and now it's into the expensive guitars, so it's getting less and less. It's the Gibsons and the
Stratocaster,
Fender Stratocaster, and all that type of stuff. So it's just always come from a musical family, bit of music.
Yes, didn't somebody in your family? I know you told me the story once, but didn't somebody in your family, I mean, they were like super proficient in like 5 or 6 instruments?
Yeah, so actually all my grandma on my mother's side, then obviously her brothers, they could all yodel, and they could play any instrument. They could literally pick up anything from a concertina. I don't even know what you call that in English. I think it's
accordion.
Accordion. Yeah. So anything they could pick up, they could play. Or we always said that they could they can play the newspaper. That's how good they were.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you also taught yourself how to play the
harmonica.
Harmonica.
Yeah. So I think it's a bit of
my mind. I don't know.
Incredible. I think I've always had ears. That's why the hunting was such a, I can actually, my wife doesn't agree.
Musical,
My wife doesn't agree though, It's all got selective hearing.
Yes.
But 100%, I think, the music actually came by chance. I was alone on holiday with the family. I was the only cousin there. So the only one in my age group, and with all the old people, and I picked up the guitar, and I asked my aunt, which is a very successful musician.
Oh yes,
she's been around, and
how's she doing?
She's doing okay. No, she's still at the police force, at the South African police force. She's still I think she's a captain, if I'm not mistaken. I might be completely wrong. I don't know all the ranks, but. And she's in the band, so she's in the earliest band, and she's been there for many years.
Yeah, what I can remember, she had an incredible voice. Oh my word,
still does, and so underrated, eh? Yeah. She's just never really. I mean, I say now she's made it, because in our mind she's really made it. She's like a Kerry Underwood in South Africa. She's really she's awesome. But she's just never really had the right opportunity, I suppose. So she's done well. I mean, most people know her in the industry, but so she sings really, really well. Got an amazing voice. Been in the police band for a long time, and I mean, but it's just unfortunate.
So that's why we had, whose birthday party did we have in Silverton? Remember? At the police.
Silverton.
Was it your brother's birthday? And that's also like a million years ago.
No. The Silverton one, I think, was my 18th, wasn't it? 21st. I think it was my 21st, was the one at the Silverton police.
Yes.
Also at the Lapa. Yeah, at the Lapa was my 21st, yeah.
Oh,
so that's about the time we started drinking beer, so we will not remember whose birthday it was.
Absolutely.
We used to steal the straw rum from my old man's bar a few times. But so around about our 21st is where we really started drinking in front of our parents, and then
now things have changed, eh? Now
we have kids.
Yeah, then they flip on 18. So now you can drink when you're 18 in South Africa, so that's scary. We're entering into a very interesting time. And I think that's why maybe this is a very good time and opportunity to get the word out, because we also had a good discussion beforehand. But I mean, to stay relevant in today's world, you have to podcast.
Yeah.
And 100%. When we had the initial discussion about doing some proper marketing for Bowkon, it was an absolute no-brainer for me, because I mean, you obviously have a few incredible skills, and I mean, that's literally all you need today. I mean, with mainstream media dying a slow death, independent media is absolutely the way to go. So you just need a proper camera, and
and you can communicate.
And you can communicate, but you can also, I mean, sell your story and your experience, share your experiences, and teach people a few things. If you have a certain skill set and you're a professional, and I think it's going to be interesting where we're going to take our views to a whole bunch of interesting places.
Yeah.
One thing I want to quickly touch on is this backdrop. Now, this is obviously in Limpopo at one of the hunting concessions in Northam. Can you maybe just expand a little bit on what's happening there, what people can expect, the campsite?
100%, yeah, sure. I think, you've visited the farm on a few occasions.
It's absolutely incredible.
I think it's a lovely setting. So, basically we want to use 𝗥𝗶𝗳𝗹𝗀𝗀 in Northam as our base camp.
Okay.
That is going to be our base camp, and just for a number of reasons. Obviously accessibility. People don't these days want to travel. We want to make it as, everybody's got now transport and delivery, vehicles to deliver food. And I mean, everything is fast foods these days, and everything is just for accessibility. Everyone wants it easier.
Yeah.
I remember from back in the days, people don't want to drive 7-8 hours to get to a camp where they're going to stay. They've just come over a 24-hour flight. How long those flights are. So it's a nice hour and a half, maximum 2 hours drive from OR Tambo Airport. And that's going to be our base camp. So we've got all the necessities there. Got beautiful chalets. We've got abundance of magnificent game and stuff we can offer. It would be just on a safari guided tour or a bird safari or whatever it is.
Okay.
Or an actual hunt. So we can provide all those services there. It's a nice, and it's also very centralized. So from there, it's literally an hour you're in Sun City. It's, just a few hours you can be in the Kruger National Park. There's how many parks around this farm that you don't have to. Everybody's got this thing of just going to the Kruger all the time.
Sure.
But how many parks is around here where you can actually see so much more
private lodges, if you want a lodging experience.
Everybody wants to go to the Kruger National Park. Yeah,
sure.
Everybody's the stigma or this thing about it's just nothing bad about the Kruger.
No, Kruger looks amazing. It is phenomenal. The only thing is it's so crowded, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But I mean, if you want to have, solitude and experience something different, and then having absolutely ample and beautiful space to go and hunt and have that African safari. I mean, this is definitely a base camp for this operation, and I think everybody that will come here will absolutely fall in love with it because I mean it is incredible.
Exactly. No, 100%. I mean, what's more to be said? I think, the shooting range is basically a competition up to 1 kilometer on this shooting range. I think at the moment it's like 860 meters. It'll very soon be a kilometer long range.
Okay.
I think everything else is accessible. We've got great restaurants. We've got the catering on the farm.
Oh, yeah.
The catering on the farm, as you've also
experience that is phenomenal.
I think it's just out of this world. So our idea is to have people not travel as far, and in everything else that we want is within 100-kilometer radius from this farm. Whatever they want to hunt, whatever they want to shoot, whatever their needs are, we can basically cater for that.
Yeah, and when I have a big flight experience, I mean, it's
the maximum your stay. You have 7 days. If you take up 3 days traveling, you're literally sitting with 4 days and then it is becoming like a bit of a rush. And I personally, from my experience as a hunter, I'm the type of guy you want to leave me in the hide or in the blind, as the Americans know it.
Yeah.
We want to sit in the blind for. I want to sit there the whole day. I want to sit there the whole day because I don't want to be rushed that, listen, I need your lunch now. Now we need to breakfast and now we need to, as a hunter.
Sure.
So I understand the hunter's experience and expectation very well. This is not a money-making thing for us. It's really a passion. And I think that's where we are at the moment. We feel we've literally accumulated a lot of skills over the last how many years, and I think that's how we started chatting them and having a talk about it, as how we're gonna share our experiences with people out there, because we're the only ones really enjoying it. you know?
Yeah.
How do we get people involved? Maybe it's something that they want to know or they want to experience with it. Maybe it's not, you know, and then it's just scroll on. I think it'll be very sad that we're the only ones enjoying it. And we've got so many things to share with people out there.
Absolutely.
And maybe we can also learn. I mean, I learn every day from YouTube, from so many other organizations.
The possibilities are absolutely endless. And I mean, between the two of us, we've got a rather impressive arsenal of gear and stuff.
100%.
To capture these moments and share it with everybody out there. So if you are interested, hit us up on 𝗥𝗶𝗳𝗹𝗀𝗋𝗀.com. Our new website is live at the moment. So Otto, your contact details and 𝗥𝗶𝗳𝗹𝗀. Maybe just have a quick chat with the guys and introduce your team who's gonna take care of everybody.
So obviously, you are very much involved in absolutely in the business and helping us from a social media point of view and helping us with a lot of things in the background and in the forefront. Yeah. So I think 𝗥𝗶𝗳𝗹𝗀 is one of my partners that we've brought in. Also a qualified professional hunter, got lots of experience. He's the type of guy that will really make your hunt worthwhile.
And he's a local.
He's local to the area as well. He knows it like the back of his hand. I think
that helps a lot. It helps to have somebody that's local. Yeah. Because I mean, obviously he moves between concessions.
So 𝗥𝗶𝗳𝗹𝗀 basically, he's in charge of the concessions. He's in charge of all those relationships, setting up and organizing deals between the farmers and making sure that we basically geared up when the client arrives. That's 𝗥𝗶𝗳𝗹𝗀's job. And then once you're here and you're in 𝗥𝗶𝗳𝗹𝗀's hands, you can't be in better hands. I mean, you'll be safe in 𝗥𝗶𝗳𝗹𝗀's hands. You know? If you want to be safe, or you'll just have a great a companion. I mean, he's such a good guy to have around, and he's such big fun.
So he's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. He's a character.
Absolutely love you, 𝗥𝗶𝗳𝗹𝗀.
Yeah, love you, 𝗥𝗶𝗳𝗹𝗀. And he's really passionate. I mean, that's what Bowkon is all about. We want to get people. I mean, we're all passionate about what we do. We're perfectionists in a big way, but we're doing it for the passion. We're not doing this for any other reason. We already gonna do this with or without the cameras. We're going to do this regardless. We're just thinking
it's been happening for many years before.
So yeah, as long as we, and you know how much material we've got, so many footage and video footage.
But we've just never.
My laptop is here. Yeah, we've just never really shared it. You know.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we're hoping the guys out there and will be keen to hear more and to share this new building phase with us. I think, we're really excited about the future and what we can do.
Fantastic. Well, cheers to that. That's
I need a refill anyway.
Yeah, that's a wrap for episode 1.